think, act, and prosper. You are now tuned into the Money Level Show.
So with Bitcoin, so obviously you got your Bitcoin bulls out there. You know, Bitcoin is resilient in any kind of situation, any kind of storm or whatnot. So you've made some calls, some bold calls, and you've been correct on them. So what's your take on Bitcoin? What's happening there?
Yeah, so Bitcoin's been a beautiful chart kind of thing here, and I'll go over it. Basically, you had the breakdown of the head and shoulders, and the breakdown here. Here's your shoulder, head, and shoulder. Once this trend line broke, it was a quick fall to 30,000, which was your calculated target on the head and shoulder pattern breakdown. From that point on, we went into this choppy pattern, finally moving up and breaking above this trend line. That sent us to a retrace to what we call the scene of the crime, which is this breakdown trend line here is now up here. Price always likes to go back and retest it. Notice as soon as we tagged that, immediately Bitcoin got pummeled, bear flag, pummeled down back to this support. The projections that I've been making continue to tell me it'll chop sideways for a short amount of time here. Then it'll break into this 30 to 40 range down here. Eventually, it's going to break 30,000 and go to about 18 to 20,000. So, and again, I always like to caveat this and say, long-term, I'm a huge Bitcoin bull, right? I think the 100,000, 500,000 is on the horizon, but you have to wash out the weak hands. There's so much leverage in the system, including in the stock market, that eventually it'll get washed out. It needs to bring Bitcoin in and flush out those weak hands. And then you can finally look for the next super cycle that should take us to 100 and 500,000. And that'll, by the way, when that happens, you're going to see regulation, which people are scared of. I think it's a hugely important thing for Bitcoin. You got to have regulation. Otherwise, pension funds won't buy, hedge funds won't buy, institutions won't buy. That's the big money you need to really go in. And then Bitcoin takes off to the moon. So if they can get a framework of kind of regulation and they feel confident, then they'll start buying. And my guess is that'll be the next cycle. It'll probably coincide with a cycle where the dollar really starts to deteriorate.